Just got back from Planet Comicon, guys. It was a blast. Great convention. Met some cool people, got some great books, ate some great food. A crazy situation with the hotel I want to tell you guys about. So let's talk about it.
NoCoastComicBooks.
Welcome back to No Coast Comics. Jeremy here as always. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you enjoy my content, please click the subscribe button. Like the video if you feel like it now or on your way out. So what is there to say? Planet Comicon, there's a lot to say actually. An incredible show. I went with the wife. We've been quite a few times, but this is the first time since the pandemic started that we've been there. I think they might have had it last year, but we did not go. Okay, so crazy thing with the hotel. We get into town about 1 p.m. to Kansas City. It was about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive from Iowa, central Iowa, where we're located. And I'll just talk about the hotel a little bit, and we'll talk about the books, and we'll jump back to the craziness of that story. So about 1 p.m. we get in. I go to the front desk. I say, you know, I know we can't check into the room yet. Can we just park the car? And she's like, oh yeah, I'll press the button, or you press the button, I'll let you in, you know. And I was like, we'll be back around 7 p.m. to check in, you know, because I had checked in on the app for the Hilton, whatever it's called, Hilton Honors or whatever, and actually chosen the room, and they said, you know, your room's not ready yet. We'll let you know when it's ready. You have this digital access card that you can just use your phone to get into the room and everything. So I was like, okay, it's not ready, whatever. We'll go to the convention, and then when we get done, room should be ready. So we do that. We park the car. We go to the convention. It's a great time. This show is amazing. I think we showed up. I'm trying to think if I don't think we got in line that day. I think we were about half an hour after the opening, so we just walked right in. It was awesome. You're right on the show floor. They have rearranged a few things. Yeah, so it's a very well laid out con. They kind of had all of Artist Alley going the full length of the convention, almost on like the back half, and then the vendors were in the front half, more or less. And then on like the ends, there were some other things. Like one end they had Celebrity Row where you get autographs and photos and stuff. Then the other end they had kind of like their events where they had like a couple stages. There's like a gaming area, like some of the cosplay organizations and stuff.
Block right, block left, attack right, attack left. Very good.
So very well laid out con. They definitely know what they're doing, and they've been doing this for many years now. That's great. Let's talk about some of the things I did. So first, when we got there, I ran into someone I knew like right away. I think some people from my local comic shop who also had a booth there. Ran into them in line for a signing. Kind of meandered for like maybe, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, just kind of taking it all in, and ended up running into the booth for Como Comics. So Drew, I met Drew. We'll talk about we'll just talk about it now. This definitely was the biggest deal that I made the entire show. I had brought a Werewolf by Night 32 7.0, first appearance of Moon Knight. That I would have done an unboxing for that. It was the only book I had on that submission, but time's been crazy. I didn't have time to do that. And so we ended up, I'll show you the video. Alright, so we made an even trade. We got my Werewolf by Night 32 7.0, Fantastic Four 4840. That's how I lost it. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah,
I'm happy with it. I hope you're happy.
I am. That's what it's all about. This is a book that's been on my radar for quite some time. I've wanted to get a copy. The LCS had a copy I missed out on back when it was way cheaper, honestly, and it sat there for a while, and I didn't pick it up, but nice 4.0 copy there. It was a fair even trade, I think. He got a great book, I got a great book. He didn't have a copy of that book, and I think he had 1 or 2 extras of this one for the PC game. Thank you, Drew. I'm sure you guys know all about Como Comics. If you don't, go follow Como Comics on YouTube. Drew is a great source for information, speculation, all sorts of stuff. So watch his channel. I'm sure you already do. Let's skip ahead. A little bit later in the day, we went over to James Tynan, and he had a couple signings scheduled for that day, and then on Saturday we ended up going to his panel as well. But on Friday we met him, and as part of the Onion Club, I got 6 free raw signatures, and then I got 1 graded signature for free. And I ended up sending 4 books to CGC, 2, what were they? I think it was 2 of the Chin Potter number 9. It's like a Banksy homage thing that looked really cool. I really want to get a 9.8 of that, and then if one doesn't come back 9.8, I'll definitely sell, you know, one of those to kind of finance it. But really cool cover, pretty low print run. It was one of the, I think, harder to get exclusives. I grabbed a couple of those on Whatnot for one of the sellers. And then the other ones, what was the other one? Might have just been an A cover. I think I sent off 2 DOT number 1 A covers, I think. So, as far as the raw stuff that we got a number 1 A cover signed in red, right there. We've got a number 1 secret variant cover. Now I think this was like a ratio of like 1 to 10 on the A covers. It has Lee Harvey Oswald there. And again, signed in red. We got Something is Killing the Children, the local comic shop day foil, and the camera really does not like to pick that up, so yeah, there it is. So the foil edition, and signed in silver over here. So this is that weird book. I don't know if you guys know about it, but when you signed up for his Onion Club, if you sign up on like the first day, you got a founding member status, and you got like a free book out of his like vault of like really good stuff. And so what happened was a number of people got the number 1 A, or I think it was just A, maybe the B as well, the foil variants that he had previously made available, that I never got one. And some other people got like, and that book is like $1 to $200 value maybe. So it was pretty cool for those people that got it. I was one of the people who got a $20 book that he had just released like a couple weeks before. And so I didn't realize that there was like a lot of outrage on the internet. It makes sense. And so what happened was they printed an exclusive that was only sent to those people that got the lower value books from that founder tier. And I don't know if any more of these are going to be available, but this is number 15, and it is obviously an homage to Something is Killing the Children, and it's a foil variant of number 15. And I got him to sign that one, obviously. So Scott's Collectibles was there, and they were helping them with their booth. Like they actually kind of, so it was James Tynan and I believe In-Hyuk Lee, who were like doing signings at the Scott's Collectibles booth. The employee that was there from Scott's had not even seen this book in person before, so cool book. I got a Nice House on the Lake, 1 in 50, the homage to this is House of Slaughter number 1 variant, excuse me. It's the homage to Nice House on the Lake. This is the 1 in 50 variant. So we got that signed, also in silver. And last but not least, we got the Department of Truth number 12, the something Richie, I don't remember his first name, but Richie, he does these really cool stamp art things on his Instagram, like all sorts of different things, and they had this print for number 12. This was limited to 500 copies, and we got James to sign it up there in black on this one. I do have all 4 of the stamps on this as well. Like they sent a bunch of stamps with these, like actual stamp stickers of the other characters, and then I think maybe the one they also made into another variant. So, and then we also met John Romita Jr. I had that witnessed for CGC as well. Had him sign an Iron Man 150. So I'll definitely share that when that comes back. But yeah, really nice guy. I mean, James Tynan was a nice guy too. He informed me a little bit about his involvement in the Hollywood stuff that is going on right now. Yeah, so that was kind of fun to learn about. And then John Romita Jr., you know, he was shaking everybody's hand. Short interaction with him, but very kind. After day one, we go check into the hotel, and it turns out that they had effectively sold our room out from under us. They were claiming that, you know, we weren't there to check in, even though I'd used my phone to check in, and so I just, you know, kept my cool and asked if this lady over here that was on the phone was the manager, and she said, yep, you're welcome to wait, or whatever. She had been working a long time that day and was very kind, and she basically said, you know, if you have any problems with this room, you know, don't come to me. You know, there's a number that's on the card when you get it for the room, basically, and we really could not find the room itself. We went up to, it was 1224 was the number. So we got up to the floor, which there are 13 floors in this hotel, and we're kind of looking around. There's 1225, and then there's this like banquet hall over here, and there's bathrooms, and we're just like thinking like, do we just get punked? Like, is this a joke? We're supposed to leave? So we come to find out through just trying the door, there's actually 2 doors to get through, that we had been given the presidential suite. And for the rate that we paid, I think it was, after all the fees and everything, it was like $450 for 2 nights, which, you know, hotels are pricey now, obviously, and for events and stuff. But I did some research, and I think this was like a $3,000 a night room. That's, like, I kind of wish we would have had more time to spend in the room, but I mean, we were going to the convention, but I've got some video here that'll show, but I've never stayed in a hotel room that's, you know, this big, really. Like, it was just insane. I think we kind of had 5 chandeliers that had like room for 8 people in like this separate dining room. There was a separate kitchen that was closed off, but I mean, like, this is, you know, like the room that was designed to, you know, board the president, basically. So it was very cool, and very nice of her. You know, like, she basically said, you know, please do not trash this room, and you know, we definitely did not trash the room. So very cool to have that experience as well. So right after that, we went down to have some good dinner at a place called Bristol Seafood and Steak. Had some good seafood and steak, and I think my wife had a steak. Good drinks, appetizers, all that. So cut to day 2. There's a great little coffee shop like half a block away from the hotel. Amazing sandwiches, great drinks, great atmosphere. I think it's called PT Roasters, something like that, PT Coffee. We go to the convention, waiting a little line there. As you can see from the video here, it was a bit of a line, but once it opened up, it did definitely go very quickly. We probably got in, I think we were there maybe 10-15 minutes before open, and we got through the line probably in, you know, maybe 5 minutes or so. They actually split the lines. It was really smart. They had different sections of the lines going to different escalators, so very well organized. So thank you, Planet Comicon, for that. A huge long line waiting to get in. So day 2, met some more people, talked to a lot of people. Here are the books we got for day 2. So the first book that I picked up, Incredible Hulk 340, 9.6. So this one.
All right, we just made even trade a set of the Marvel 1966 mini books. My friend Lord here traded for a 9.6.
I don't know what I was
340.
thinking.
No, it's value's comparable. I think we're both gonna do pretty well. I appreciate it, Lord.
Thank you.
So I was a fan of this trade we did. I have a couple more sets of those mini books. I don't think I've talked about them on the channel, but there's a real fun story behind that as well. A gentleman who owned a vending machine, well, essentially a gentleman who purchased an estate of a guy who had a vending machine company, had a bunch of these mini books, and I'll make a video about them sometime. So, but we got this Incredible Hulk 340, 9.6, Todd McFarlane, classic cover art. Very happy with that. I think I have one coming back in a CGC unboxing, so I think it's probably going to be the same grade. I think I shot it in, I think I was thinking 9.294 in that one, so we'll see what happens, but happy to get that. Yeah, that gentleman was named Lauren, very nice guy. If you see him at shows, definitely give him some business. Now the last book of the weekend, I think, because we went Friday and Saturday. So I also picked up, now this book, I had looked at it a couple times on the wall. I've been wanting to get a copy of this book, and you know, you can't complain about the signature that's on it as well. So, 1968, signed by Stan Lee, Prince Namor Submariner, #1, in 5.5, with the CGC witnessed signature there.
All right, we're at Tony's Smart Money Comics. Bought a big book today. Submariner #1, signed by Stan Lee. He gave me a good deal on it. So
Nice book.
Let me get him plugged here. I appreciate Tony.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
And if anybody else you know wants to come, Smart Money Comics is the place to be.
There you go.
I looked at the recent sales and kind of what a Stan Lee signature adds to the value of most books, and that we came to a very reasonable price on it. I think I did okay. He had a few more copies of this book, not signed by Stan Lee though, but I've only got 2 other books that are signed by Stan Lee. Yeah, this was the only book that I really spent money on. The other books were trades. I mean, other than the signature fees and the witnessing fees for the stuff that I sent off to CGC for James Tynan and John Romita Jr. This was really the only book that I spent any big money on. There were a few other small pickups in like the $5, $10 range, but this is the most exciting of the pickups that I'm showing you guys. So yeah, 5.5 there. This is my only copy of this book, and I think it's gonna be one to hold on to for some time. So all in all, Planet Comicon, great time, great show, met some great people, got some great books, had some great food, had a crazy hotel experience. So great trip overall. Thanks for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like down below and hit subscribe if you enjoy my content. Let me know what you think of these books, if you have any of these books, if you think any of these are long-term holds or short-term holds. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.